Do the federal government's anti-smoking measures go far enough?
I don't think that it's worth the effort anymore because I feel as though if you target audience that you're trying to reach as youth, they're more interested in vaping at this point, and I'm not entirely certain what the measures are related to vaping versus actual traditional cigarette smoking.
Yeah, I think if we're looking at the target demographic of youth, like they're not really paying attention to what the federal government does or says or implements. So I think we need to look for some alternate ways of getting that messaging out there.
I think they go far enough. If people weren't sure about the dangers of smoking before, I mean, they should be by now. So putting more labels, I don't think would make a difference.
I hate smoking. Can't stand it. You know, walking down streets here like now, you feel people blowing smoke in your face. It's terrible. So whatever they can do to prevent that is great. I don't know if they're doing enough right now, but I also don't know what the right answer is because it's a tough thing to get into. It's an addictive product. So
I'm not a smoker, and I mean, what I'm looking at is, does it really make a difference, or are they just adding costs and frustrating people? If people are going to smoke, I think they're going to smoke.
Okay, and you, sir?
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with the measures, but also not a smoker, and I think anything that they can reasonably cost effectively do to prevent smoking, we should do it.
Yeah, I would say so. I think the government can only do so much when it comes to smoking. I think all we can really do is educate people on the risks and make sure that everybody knows what they're getting into, which I think at this point in 2023, most people know it's going to kill you or harm your lungs. So I actually think it would be more important to work towards people knowing the dangers of vaping.
They don't. I think they're taking the right measures. They're starting. The more money they spend in educating people about the effects of smoking, I think it'll be better, and the government will save more money in healthcare.
I think they've made quite a lot of progress, okay, in that area. I think there's some fine-tuning that needs to be done with respect to areas where people shouldn't smoke. I know in France right now they passed a bill where you can't smoke in public parks and you can't smoke in the woods, which sounds like a good plan to me.
I feel like they're currently not, especially as vaping is becoming more of an issue. It's too easy for kids to get access to it. All you need is somebody 18, 19, depending on the province, to just pick that up, and then kids are easily getting it if they have an older sibling. So I think we should almost be following what the UK is doing and start to prevent people from being able to buy cigarettes and tobacco at a certain point.
No, it scares me. There's lots of teens like vaping in schools, hiding in the bathroom. It smells good, so it smells like watermelon or tastes good. So that terrifies me, and I don't know how we stop it and stop kids from getting access to it. So no, I would say not doing a great job on the anti-smoking regulations or tactics.
I think so. I think there could maybe be more done to have people avoid like vaping, but I think in terms of like smoking cigarettes, I think so.
Oh yes.
Why do you say that?
Well, I'm an ex-smoker, so yeah, I don't think they need any regulations.
I think they should probably look a bit more at the vaping stuff, but as far as cigarette, I don't smoke, so I'm sure it's where it should be. I don't know.
As someone who was a smoker and is no longer a smoker, I think I would have appreciated not being able to have as much access to it as someone who is younger. However, I think that there should be certain measures done to grandfather people in who are still in that transition phase, or these young smokers who are now no longer able to smoke. I think there needs to be some compassion there, as well as some enforcement so that younger people can't get at it as well.
I would have to say that probably they do. Like, you hardly see any place inside you can smoke. The vaping is around, but it's not bothering anybody. And just other than just outside of buildings and things like that, where they're supposed to be how many feet from the building, although that's not government, that's just whoever is supposed to be implementing those. But as far as the smoking laws, yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah.
The problem is they're always very difficult to know that they're having an effect. It's all very well saying don't sell this to people under whatever age, but if their friend buys them and shares them, vaping or cigarettes, it doesn't matter. It's going to go on. So it will make a bit of a difference. I'm sure, but not as much as I think we'd like.